Today's video is going to answer some questions that I actually forgot to answer in my last video. So first thing is, people were asking if my family knew, or like what my relationship with them was or is. My family discovered I was doing adult very quickly, like within a few months of being it. How? They got, from what I know, somebody sent them a text message of one of my scenes, and it went around to everybody. I don't know exactly who, but I know my parents and one of my siblings at least saw it. I remember my mom was calling me, and the moment I answered and said hello, and I heard her say hello, I knew right away she knew. So then she proceeded to ask me if it was true, and then she was like, I got this message and this video is just unreal, please don't tell me it's true. I hung up. I ran to my agent because I was living with him at the time. Like, he had a model home. For those who don't know what a model home is, just a lot of girls who model who don't live in town, or just who don't have their own place yet, usually ones who are new and starting, they just like all live in this home together. He was like so calm, and he already, because I already opened up to him about my family like previously, like my relationship to them, and he was watching TV and he paused it, and I was like, oh my god, my mom just called me, she knows, and he was like, tell her that, you know, she wasn't in your life before, like something along these lines, like she wasn't in your life before, none of them were, and you're going to make your own decisions, and she could choose to be in your life or not part of your life, but that's not going to change what you want to do with it, with your own life. I thought that was the best answer to give because it was true. You know, before that I didn't really have a relationship with my family anyways. I was kicked out when I was 15. I did tell her that, and I forgot how long we stopped talking for. We stopped talking for some time, but it wasn't like so long, and then she just continued talking to me one day as if I never told her, like she never found out, and our relationship just continued until today. She's like one of my best friends. I love my mom. I love her so much. She loves me. We talk every single day. As for my father, I have not talked to him in 15 years. This is before adult, obviously. I just stopped having a relationship with him even before I was working. Everything with my family is completely normal. The other few things that I was asked about that I'm just going to make into like one subject overall is just like other performers and the whole stereotype of them being on drugs, suicide, depression, all of that. The whole drugs thing, honestly, at the time, so many of the girls that I knew, like the performers, some of the biggest names didn't do drugs. They were so health conscious, and like they were just working out, they were eating so well, they were like, honestly, that crowd of people is probably one of the most healthiest groups of people I've ever known. I can't speak for everybody. There are other ones that have gone other ways, but honestly, it's hard. Like, just the nature of the job, it's not sustainable to be on drugs and do the job. Like, I highly doubt like the biggest names are actively doing drugs, because you just couldn't work, you couldn't perform, period. You couldn't. As for the depression, this is from personal speaking. I'm not saying this is even true. This is just like my own experience, like in my own opinion, my own thoughts. There was a time where I wanted to unalive myself, and it happened on 2 occasions, and it was shortly after I was attacked by that guy that I talked about in the last video. Like, I think when people are in that state of mind, it stems from a place of loneliness, and it really like breaks my heart to know that. At the time when I was working, the second year, it was the highest rated, I don't want to say the word, but you know, starts with an S, unaliving. It was really sad because I knew some of these people. I personally think that people in the world, they just judge so quickly, and so when they see an adult performer, they just think the lowest of them. Like, they're just like the worst person. They probably do the worst things. And it's like, there's doctors and other people out there that do worse things. But I'm not saying every doctor, I'm not saying every person, I'm just saying there's people with jobs that are respected that do awful things. And I think it just sucks, but that's society, you know, it's never gonna change. I don't know what to do for my next video. I know in the last one I said I would talk about what happened after I left the industry, but it was pretty dark for me and a pretty heavy topic. I don't know if I want to just go right into it, but I'm still thinking of ideas. If you have any ideas, please share them in the comments. I would love to hear it. Yeah, so anyways, this was fun again, and till next time.